Good day, class. So today I will be discussing the switch and the switch break statement. So if you could remember, last time we discussed the if-else statement. So the difference between the if-else statement from the switch statement is that the if-else statement provides a two-way decision in which the next statement is chosen between two alternatives. On the other hand, the switch statement provides a multi-way decision in which the next statement is chosen among several alternatives. So here is the syntax for the switch statement. So we have here switch, and then enclosed in a parenthesis is the expression in which we will compare the constant with. So you will have here constant 1, constant 2, etc. And then we also have the excuse me, the default statement. So it says here that if constant 1 is equals to the expression, or the expression here is equal to constant 1, then it will perform statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, and statement 4. But if the expression here is not equal to any of the constant here, it will just perform the default, which is statement 4. If the expression is equal to constant 3, then it will just perform statement 3 and statement 4. Okay, so that's how the switch statement works. Now, if we have the switch break statement, this is what will happen. If the expression here is equal to constant 1, it will just perform statement 1, and then it will go out from the switch statement. Okay. If the expression is equal to constant 2, it will just perform statement 2, and then it will go out from this switch because of the break statement. Okay. And if any of the expressions or the constant here is not equal to the expression, then therefore it will just perform statement 4. So it says here that when the expression is equal to constant 1, statements 2, 3, and 4 will not be executed since the break statement was placed after statement 1, and this will cause an immediate exit from the switch. So I have here an example. Okay. So we are given here the variables a, which is initially equal to 20, b, which is initially equal to 15, and c and x has no initial values. Okay, so it will ask us to enter a number from 1 to 5, and that will be stored to the variable x. Okay, and then it will have here the statement switch x. So for example, if I entered x is equals to 1, since there is no 1 here in the cases, it will automatically perform the default, which is equal to c, which is equal to a plus b. Okay, so c is equals to a plus b. So what is a initially? A is equals to 20 and b is equals to 15. So therefore, c is equals to 35. And then it will proceed to the printing of the values of a, b, and c. So a is equals to 20, b is equals to 15, and c is equals to 35. So that will be the values that will be printed. Now, what if I entered the value 5 here? So it will perform case 5, which is equals to a is equals to a plus 10. So what is a initially? 20 plus 10, this will become 30. So take note of that, this is 30, okay? So I don't know if I could write here. Okay, so let me try if I could write here. Okay, so this is 30, so that you will not forget, okay? Then b here is equals to b plus 25, so that is 15 plus 25, so this will become 40, okay? Next, it will perform case 3, so that is now a is equals to a plus 5. What is the previous value of a? That is 30, and the previous value of b is 40, so this will become now 70. Okay, 70. Then it will perform case 2, which is b is equals to 2 times b. What was the previous value of b? That is 40. So therefore, this will become 80. Okay, 80. And then it will perform the default, which is c is equals to a plus b. What is a? The previous value of a is 70, and the previous value of b is 80. So therefore, this is now 150. Okay, so therefore, the final value that will be printed here is a is equals to 70, b is equals to 80, and c is equals to 150. Okay, that is using the the switch statement only. Okay, but if there is a switch statement here, we will have a different output. Okay, it will just perform one statement, and then it will go out from the switch loop here. Okay, so if example I entered 10 or more than 5, that will all perform the default statement here because it's not equal from 2 to 5. Okay, now let me proceed to the next. Okay, so this is the algorithm for that. So take note that again, a is equals to 20, b is equals to 15, c and x doesn't have an initial value, so that's why I just initialize it to 0. And then it will ask to read the value of x, and then it will, since switch is like testing if it is equal to a certain value, so you just have to assign x here or test if x is equal to 5. Then if this is true, it will perform the following equations. Okay, and then it will proceed to the printing of the values of a, b, and c. Okay, if this is false, it will test again if x is equals to 4. And if this is true, then this is only the statements that it will be performing. Okay, now if this is false, it will test again if x is equals to 3. And if this is true, it will just perform these 3 equations. Now, if this is false, it will test again if x is equal to 2. And if this is true, it will just perform these 2 equations. But if this statement is false, then it will just perform this equation. And then all of this will proceed to the printing of A, B, and C, and then it will terminate. Okay? So if you can see, there are just 4 steps because if this will be true, then all of these other steps will not happen anymore. Okay, so example, this is our step 1, the initialization. Step 2 is the reading. Step 3 is the testing if x is equal to 5. But if this is false, it will test again. But if this is true, it will just perform this and then it will proceed to the printing, which is step 5. Okay, so therefore there are 5 steps. Okay. Okay, so I have here an example. It says create a program using the switch break statement that will allow you to enter the grade of student, which is A, B, C, and D, and will display its numerical equivalent. For example, if the value entered is A, then the grade is 4.0, and so on. Okay, so this is the expected output. Okay, so it will ask to enter the grade from A to B. So if, example, if you entered A here, it will print the grade of student is 4.0. Okay, so for the program, this is its program. Okay, so by the way, take note that in the switch statement, it's just applicable to an integer and a single character. It will not be applicable if it is a string of characters or you're going to enter a float value. means a number with decimal places. Okay, so those are the limitation of a switch statement. So since we're going to enter a single character, so that's %C for the control string here. Okay, so after entering the value for the variable CH, it will proceed to the switch statement. So to be idiot proof, it means that if the user will enter as a lowercase or uppercase, it will be able to recognize both. Then we have to use two cases for that. So to declare that, we have to use case. Since this is a single character, we have to enclose it with a single quote, colon, and then case, another case again for the lowercase a. Okay, so this is how to declare multiple cases. Okay, and then after the colon here, then you write your statement, what will happen if it is true. So therefore, grade is equal to 4.0, and then break. Okay, and the same also for case B, uppercase and lowercase. That will be equal to 3.0. For C, it's 2.0. For D, it's 1.0. And if ever the value is not equal for the cases here, it will print the default, which is invalid input. Okay, and then it will print the grade of student, and then it will terminate. So this is the flow chart for that program and its equivalent algorithm, so you can check it out. Okay, so again, take note, this is how to declare multiple cases. So in our case, we have two cases. So it's if CH is equal to uppercase A or CH is equal to lowercase a. So since it's a single character, you have to enclose it with a single quote. Okay? Now what if this time we enter the value 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it will display its equivalent letter. So this is the sample output. So we will just edit a little. So this time, the value here is an integer. So that's why the control string here is %B. And the switch here is grade. Okay. So if grade here is equal to 4, then CH is equals to A. Okay. And if it is 3, then it's the CH is B. If it's 2, then CH is C. And if it is 1, then CH is D. Therefore, if the values entered here is not equal to 1 to 4, then it will just print F. Okay. And then it will perform the statement and then it will terminate. Okay. Now, what if we have multiple cases? So if you mean to say, let's say, if the size is from 1 to 3, then size is small. Okay, if the size is 4 to 6, then it is medium. If the size is 7 to 10, then the size is large. So let's say switch X, okay, and then it will say case 1 to 3. This is how to, example, it's a range, no? So case space 1 space and then 3 dots space 3 and then colon. Okay, so it means that this is a case from 1 to 3. And if this is true, then it will print the size is small. Okay, so just enclose it with a curly brace and then break. Okay, if the case is from 4 to 6, so this is again how to declare it, and then it will print medium and so on. Okay, so this is how you declare it if you're dealing with multiple cases, or you could do it also this way. Okay, case 1, case 2, case 3. So it means that if the case is from 1 to 3, it will print size is small. If it is case 4, 5, 6, so or from 4 to 6, so that is medium. If it is 7, 8, 9, 10, or from 7 to 10, then that is large. Okay, so this is applicable for small ranges only, but example, if it is 1 to 100, you will have a hard time typing this for larger range. Okay, so if that is the case, you use this declaration for multiple cases with bigger range. Okay, so that's all for now. So this is our topic for the switch and switch break statement. So I will just continue the next topic on the next video. So that's all for me now, class. Thank you and God bless.